So you all remember the JustDestiny situation, right? The guy who falsely flagged a kid's video and then made excuses like this?
He donated $1 just to call me a pussy. I want an apology, I want to speak to his parents, and then I'll release it.
Well, we actually have a new situation that is much worse than that. Believe it or not, a new Copystriker has joined the gang called Suzy Lu, who decided to place a false copyright strike on a YouTuber called Mark After Dark. In his video titled Dog Dating Simulator, The Last Guardian VR, he had this 20-second clip at the beginning of it.
Oh, please don't tell me that's the end of it. No! I want to spend the rest of my life like that. It feels so real. That's not fair. It's not fair. That's made me cry because it was so amazing.
Stop it. Get some help.
Don't worry, Suzy Lu, after the bullshit you've pulled the last couple weeks, we also want to see you spend the rest of your life in a wasteland. Finally, something we can all agree on. Now, the strange thing about that clip is that I would never look at it and say, fuck Suzy Lu. If I'm gonna be completely honest, I would maybe even subscribe to her because I'd want to see more overreactions like this one. But regardless of that, even if it was hateful, the clip was 100% fair use, especially when compared to the original footage that I've been showing you this entire time. But Suzy Lu disagrees, and aggressively mocked anyone who had an opposing opinion, and then blocked them, and then privatized her Twitter. She then goes on to explain how Mark After Dark should have asked for permission first, and that she owns copyright to her face. I sure hope you emailed Will Smith before you made the reaction video to YouTube Rewind, because after all, he does own copyright to his face. And I'm sure you contacted the BBC before you restreamed their stream onto your channel. And there's no way in hell you didn't ask PewDiePie before reacting to his version of the YouTube Rewind.
I'm gonna copy strike this guy.
Here for you all before they're gone.
God, imagine if it was an actual legal requirement to ask permission before reposting someone's already publicly posted face. The amount of YouTube videos, Twitter posts, Facebook posts, Instagram posts, etc. that would be considered illegal would be insane. But apparently this is the insane reality that Suzy Lu is seemingly living in.
Oh no. Oh.
Suzy Lu, what is up with you? Now obviously this is very bad, but what makes it get a whole lot worse is when she responds in a video titled, Addressing the Hate, What Actually Happened. Let's see what she has to say.
Start of the video was my content. Then it cuts to his content of him playing the Last Guardian VR game. I sent the video to YouTube, asked them about fair use, and YouTube took it down.
So here she implies that she asked YouTube about fair use and then they determined it wasn't fair use and decided to take it down, which is completely false. When you file a copyright strike against someone, it's fully automated. You don't get to ask YouTube any questions directly about fair use. You just send it out and they are obligated to take it down, because YouTube themselves can't be responsible for whether something is fair use or not. That is how the platform works. There are too many videos to review and YouTube can't be responsible for all of them legally. So they take down any video anybody requests to be taken down, regardless of the legality, and then lets the legality be settled through their dispute system. This is why false copyright strikes exist in the first place. If you could just send out a strike and then YouTube review it and have it denied, then false copyright strikes wouldn't even exist at all. And to confirm what I'm saying, YouTube actually has a video titled, How YouTube Fights Fraudulent Copyright Claims. And in this video, they explain how false copyright strikes exist.
Abusive copyright claims and takedowns, which is when someone who doesn't own the copyright to any content in your video tries to tell us that they do.
And that YouTube themselves can't determine whether it's fair use or not.
YouTube isn't a court of law, and we're not always able to make a final call about who really owns the rights to what content.
It only took 5 months, but I'm glad you're here for us now, Mac.
So hate videos started on Monday accusing me of basically taking the piss out of copyright and putting through fraudulent copyright claims and things like that. Fair use is such a gray area. That's the thing. Fair use will only ever really be decided by a judge in court. In my opinion, it's not a massive deal. It is certainly not Suzy Lu is abusing anything. At the end of the day, someone re-uploaded my content. It was not fair use and it was taken down.
Wait, it's not fair use. Wait, hold up. Rewind for a second.
Fair use will only ever really be decided by a judge in court.
So it needs to be decided in court by a judge to know if it's fair use or not, but now you're saying it's not fair use. That on top of the fact that a judge determines if it's fair use or not based off factors that make the clip transformative, which are present in the clip that you claimed. But don't just take my word for it. A fellow news channel on YouTube called Tipster actually ended up contacting a lawyer and doing an interview with him about the Suzy Lu situation. And in this interview, he explains his thoughts on Mark After Dark's clip and if it falls under fair use or not.
Would you say that that clip is fair use?
Yeah, of course that clip is fair use. I don't even understand how you can construe it any other way, because under copyright law, you can only use as much of a clip, an audio clip, video clip, whatever, as you need to make your joke, to do the documentary, to teach your lesson. And so in this situation, it is a fairly short clip, all right? And it's followed by a direct comment, the Michael Jordan picture and quote, after she makes her statement.
So at this point, we know without a shadow of a doubt that the claim was false. And at this point in time, a lot of videos have come out criticizing her for this false copyright strike. Let's see what Suzy decides to do about these videos.
The channels have been flagged and basically they're just looking into it at this point. And I know for a fact that a lot of the videos, they're just hate videos for the sake of it. You know, a news video talks to you, whereas these people are like, she's a this, she's a hypocrite, she's a that. And ultimately, YouTube's terms of service, they are actually pretty strict. They don't allow things like this. They don't allow people to be bashing their partners on the website and especially sending hate. Because that's the thing, if you create a video and all it's doing is creating hate in the comment section, it's another big no-no on YouTube. So the channels in question are currently being investigated, so that's some really good news. Yeah, I'm leaving it in YouTube's hands now. They're aware of literally all the hate videos and they're looking into them all, so.
Quote, they are aware of literally all the hate videos and are looking into them now. So she's saying that every video she considers a hate video has been flagged by her. And in her own words, people calling her a hypocrite is hate.
They're just hate videos for the sake of it, you know. A news video talks to you, whereas these people are like, she's a this, she's a hypocrite.
Even though she's been proven to be hypocritical about copyright on her channel. Obviously, this was a pretty big focal point to the story, and a lot of people covered that particular aspect of it, so you can only imagine which types of videos she ended up sending out those flags to. And one of those flags actually ended up going through. Remember that interview with the lawyer that Tipster did that I mentioned earlier in the video? Yeah, that ended up getting a community guidelines strike and putting Tipster's channel in jeopardy. Not to mention he was also dealing with over 100 copyright claims on his channel because of his intro, so not the best timing on their part. Now, to be fair, at the time we had no proof that she was the one who struck this video, even though there was overwhelming evidence from what she has said in the past, and how she has treated Tipster during this whole situation. So me and my friend Augie set out to try and find this answer on our live show called RFC After Hours. And during this live show, Suzy Lu's boyfriend actually ended up coming onto the stream, and later down the line Suzy Lu, along with a bunch of other YouTubers like Keemstar, Tipster, Mark After Dark, Tommy C, Nicholas Diorio, among some other YouTubers. So it was the perfect setup to get answers to these questions we had. And oh boy, did we get answers, oh boy. I'll just let the stream clips speak for themselves. A link to the full live stream will be in the description if you care to watch more.
Did you or Suzy flag Tipster's interview?
Yeah, neither me nor Suzy flagged that interview.
All right. Would you both be willing to show your flag histories on your channels to prove your innocence?
I've already showed mine. Suzy's away for a walk with the dog. Well, I mean, she's literally walking the dog right now, so I can't ask her, can I?
Yeah.
They want her flag history.
They can want all she wants, man. She's out walking the dog.
Yo, is Suzy done running this triathlon with her dog?
Oh, fuck knows what she is, dude.
Well, if this dog ever lands in the airport, you'll see what kind of person she is.
Oh my God.
I'll tell you what, my dog is 24 years old. He's the 10th oldest dog in the world, and he can walk around the block faster.
Yeah, I don't think Suzy's walking the dog.
I don't really buy that, I'll be honest.
Really?
No.
Oh, I totally agree that hate and criticism are two very different things. But, you know, considering some of the comments that were on there, not that you guys would know, but I do know the difference.
I mean, so
Is
you're
he-
gonna hold
is he
us
responsible for his fan
comments?
base?
One guys,
saying
one at a
stuff to
time,
you?
One at a time. One at a time. I
What?
got 5 minutes. Go.
All right, then show your flag history. We don't need.
We need to
else.
see your flag history.
One of you guys sounds like a cartoon character. It's actually amazing.
I don't care. I want to see your flag
One.
history. I mean, this is vital. If you want to prove your innocence, you got to show your flag history.
One at a time. Why would I care to prove my innocence to a bunch of nobodies?
We need to see that you 100% did not flag Tipster.
Okay, that's fine. Then you can have that. It's really not a big deal.
Oh,
Yeah,
no. You got to see video. We can't see
No, we
that.
need the screen share.
We need the screen share.
Oh,
You need to-
whoa! Hold on.
Lots of GG Reloaded though.
Yeah, lots of GG Reload.
Oh no.
Yeah, we can't have.
And
the
you
screen
can
share
we,
without
look.
the screen share.
She can scroll down too. Like, where's the scroll?
Oh my.
Wait.
Look on the right hand
This is
side.
not.
You can scroll down.
This is not a good look, Susie.
Wait a minute! It's all the stuff talking about the story. Wait a minute!
Yeah,
wait a minute! Susie, no!
Oof.
Oh my god!
They lied to us for a fucking
my fucking god!
It's game over.
I'm so glad I was here for this. I'm so glad I was here for this. Oof.
What the? So yeah, I know our reaction was crazy, but we've been waiting for this info for 2 hours at that point, waiting for her dog to be finished walking. There was also the 10 minutes we waited for her to actually provide us with the screenshot. And while this screenshot doesn't directly prove that she flagged Tipster's video, it does show us that she flagged GG Reloaded's videos, which were very similar to Tipster's in the way they were presented, just showing the facts and calling her a hypocrite for the false copyright strike. We also know that there's at least like 4 to 5 other videos that she didn't show us in that screenshot. That combined with everything else we know, it is very likely that she did flag Tipster's video. But what was highlighted in that stream to me that was more important than her flagging Tipster's video is her attitude about this whole situation. She's been caught sending out false copyright strikes, and she's been caught sending out false flags whether she flagged Tipster or not. And her attitude throughout this whole thing has been nothing but condescending and smug. She has a serious problem in thinking she's better than everyone else.
So I recently watched your live stream video where you talked about the copyright strike. Even though you decided to fill it with direct insults towards both myself and Stejo, I'm going to reluctantly pass that off as just you being upset at the situation. From your stream, I understand your reasoning for using my clip, and while I still don't believe that it falls under fair use, I don't believe that it was used for malicious reasons. As such, I've decided to retract the strike, something that I would have done willingly had you emailed me privately and had the conversation about it in the first place. I hope in future that you address this type of situation in a professional manner. You would be surprised how easily things can be resolved when approached correctly. All the best, Suzy Lu Gaming.
Okay, 1, she shouldn't have flagged your video, so she didn't do that the correct way. 2,
yes,
she flagged your video because she was fucking mad because you were poking fun at her. So there's no way that Suzy Q would fucking remove the strike if you emailed her. She is so full of shit in that fucking email. Like, honestly, that email right there makes me just not like her. And I was pretty neutral before, but now I just don't like her. If Suzy would have sent him an email and was like, you know what, I was mad, you were poking fun at me, I didn't think it was fair use, so I decided to flag it. Maybe I was wrong, whatever. I want to bury the hatchet. I'm just going to remove the strike. Hey, I would have been totally fine, but she comes up on this like uppity, like, if you would have emailed me and this could be settled, she's like preaching to this guy like he's below her. And I'm sorry, dude. She's a cunt for that. Your girlfriend's a cunt, dude. That's just dumb. And it's not authentic. She's lying. And I'm not going to say what she said privately to me because it was a private conversation, but she was pretty much a bitch to me after that. I'll just say that much. And then she has her Twitter private and she like unfollowed me or something because like I can't DM her anymore, right? And I'm not following her anymore. So she like soft blocked me.
But by doing these videos, you've been sending like these shitty, horrible people.
Hold on, don't act like your fans don't do the same things. One of your fans literally doxed me, and you know it because they spammed it in your email inbox.
Well, you said that wasn't even docs. You said that was not your information at all. So which one
But
is
they
it?
tried to, right?
Should you be responsible for your fans like we are for
Exactly.
ours?
You can't
I
hold us
try.
responsible.
That's the thing. I do try and be responsible for
It's
my
not
fans.
possible.
You shouldn't.
I
You
understand
shouldn't.
it's not possible for
Oh, you
absolutely
do?
everybody. Why don't you
I-
shut your mouth?
I would never hold you
Seriously.
responsible for your fans. and you
I don't
shouldn't.
even know who you are, Nicholas. Sorry, who are you?
Well,
C.
I'm your dog that you've been walking for an hour.
Oh my god, you're hilarious.
Do you even realize what you just done?
No, she has no idea because she's on the other side of the internet, and she just crossed on it. She don't find
Why
out.
should I care?
Why should you care? You abuse the copyright system to fuck over somebody else's channel. Send out false flags to fuck even more channels. And then you're wondering why you should care? Well, number one, you could lose your channel if you never retracted the strike. And number two, you are fucking over fellow creators just because you're butthurt. Stop thinking about yourself, Suzy Lu. Be grateful that your shit content is actually being transformed into something that is somewhat entertaining. And please, please get off your high horse. Just because you're lucky enough to be in the position where you don't have to work at McDonald's doesn't mean you're some superior human being that we should bow down to, let alone be threatened by.
But yeah, it's definitely not gone unnoticed that there's been a few creators that are now just following all the drama channels like on Twitter and on YouTube and things like that. So yeah, it's not gone unnoticed.
Oh no, I followed some people on Twitter. What a huge betrayal of Suzy Lu. I'm fucking shook right now. But on a more serious note, what did you guys think about this situation? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comment section below. I heavily recommend checking out the full stream. There's a lot that I cut out, and it's just great from beginning to end. The link to the VOD will be in the description below. Thank you guys so much for watching until the end, and
I hope that you guys can now get a better picture of what actually happened in this situation, and hopefully YouTube can just deal with it accordingly.